These past few months feel like a blur. I'm currently taking my on the job training for my course in information technology, and I feel grateful for the opportunity to work alongside professionals in the industry. I met new people, learned a lot, and most importantly, discovered more about myself. I was assigned to the UI/UX design team, something I genuinely hope for. My role mainly revolves around designing system prototypes before they go into development. At first, I thought this would be overwhelming, but I quickly found that I actually enjoy it. I've always loved drawing, and while designing prototypes isn't exactly the same, it still taps into my creativity, something I've always felt drawn to. If I'm being honest, I've never really been confident with coding. Even though I was chosen to lead the front end team in our project, it's still a learning curve for me. Sometimes I get impatient when the code doesn't work the way I intended. I mean, how can this one design take 3 hours just to implement? This made me realize that maybe coding isn't for me, and that's okay. I was reminded of a book I read called Ikigai, which talks about finding purpose and joy in doing what you love. It helped me come to terms with the fact that it's okay to lean into what makes me happy. So, back to the internship. During the first few weeks of training, I had a bit of a reality check. As an introvert, I don't naturally blend in with new environments. I tend to keep to myself, especially when I'm stressed or focused on something like our school requirements for graduation. My default serious face didn't help either. One day, the president of the company asked for me and pulled me aside.
Consider this your first warning. If you don't improve when we have to terminate your internship.
I was dumbfounded. "Y- Yes, sir, I'm really sorry." That moment hit hard. It wasn't just a warning, it was an eye opener. I realized that being good at your craft isn't enough. Communication and collaboration are equally important in the real world. So I told myself, you need to step up, Rizu. This is your future we're talking about, and this is your internship. Don't let this slip away. The next day, I made a promise to be more open, even if it meant starting small. Just act normal, Rizu. I can do it. Yeah, you can do it. I can. No, 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 no. I cannot do this. I. She's looking. Hey. Hi, I'm Risu from the UI/UX design team. I was just wondering if, like, oh, you're eating. I was just wondering if, what's your favorite mayo? Yes, I did it. Oh, hi, I'm Taya. Um, Actually, I have right now is the Choice brand. Oh, the chicken flavored one in Choice? Yeah, it's good, right? I prefer the original, but yeah, the chicken one is great too. Yeah, oh, I should get started on my task. Nice chatting with you, Taya. Bye. Wait, Risu. Yes? Wanna grab a mayo sandwich at the convenience store after lunch? Of course! The tiny conversation taught me something important. Trying is never a loss. Making an effort to connect, no matter how awkward at first, is always worth it. From that day on, I began working with a smile. Slowly, I felt less shy and more comfortable with the team. We laugh about random things, talk about our hobbies, and share the little joys in between tasks. Everything is good and went smoothly. But there's still one thing I struggle with: presenting. Whenever I stand in front of people, it's like my mind resets. Even after all the practice, I blank out. My voice stutters, my eyes avoid everyone else. This is the part where we can see the details of the prototype. Then calm down questions. This works, sir, by implementing this part. I think, thankfully, Edward was always there to back me up. Every time I froze, he'd calmly step in and continue the presentation. But I know I can always rely on him.
Misu, you should improve more in your presentation. You shouldn't rely on Edward all the time. It will help you in the long run, especially after graduation,
Said CEO. That feedback, although difficult to hear, helped me reflect again. I smiled at Edward and mouthed a quiet thank you and sorry. He just shrugged and replied no problem. How I wish I was confident as he was when presenting. How I wish I could be like him someday. As months passed, I grew not just an intern but as a person. I gained knowledge, built friendships, and started feeling like I was truly part of the team. One day while walking to lunch, Thea asked me, Rizu, if the company offered you a job after your internship, will you accept it? I don't know. It depends on my parents, I guess. Why? Shouldn't you decide for yourself? It's just, I respect their opinion. I know they only want what's best for me. Her question stayed in my mind. The internship has been great, but will I really want to stay here long term? Then, suddenly, we heard about the cleaning lady getting fired after asking about her paycheck. It bothered me. She was kind, always greeted me with a smile. I think that she didn't deserve that. Then I began noticing other things too, issues within the company that made me pause and think. No workplace is perfect, of course, but I hope the management will reflect and improve. Fortunately, the cleaning lady came back after a few weeks. I figured that the CEO might reflect on what happened and hire her back, which is a good thing. After several more presentations, prototype edits, lunch games, and shared laughter, I finally reached the end of my internship. It came the moment I wasn't expecting at all.
Rizu, I would like to offer you a job here at the company as a UI UX designer. Would you accept it?
I stood there, silent. Memories flooded in. My first day, the awkward introductions, the warm welcomes, my first presentation, Edward saving me, my attempts at opening up, and the quiet laughs during lunch break. I. I. Yes, I turned down the offer. Not because I wasn't grateful, I truly am. I've learned a lot, grown as a person, and made memories I'll always treasure. But deep down, I knew I couldn't stay just because it was comfortable. There's a whole world out there, and I owe it to myself to keep moving forward, to explore, to grow, and to become the person I truly want to be. Still, from the quiet mornings designing prototypes to the warmth of shared laughter with new friends to the top moments that pushed me to grow, this wasn't just an internship, it was a turning point. The best and most memorable one I've ever had. And for that, I'll always be thankful for this internship.